Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and the other day I did a video on this new Icon wire stripper, crimper, plier, cutter, and it's pretty much the same as the Snap-on. In fact, I found that the Snap-on didn't cut quite as well at the lower pivot cutter, but it's also been used more. But anyway, there are two others I've got that have kind of the same sort of narrow plier-like head that also have the stripper below the pivot there, and a crimper kind of in this egg-shaped head that they've got. The difference here with the Carlyle is blue handles, pretty much it. And both the Neiko and the Carlyle do seem to have the ability to adjust the pivot, I guess, whereas these two, the Snap-on and the Icon, are riveted. One other thing on the Neiko is it does not have a cutter above, and I don't know why, but you can see there's nothing there compared to the others that have both cutters above and below the pivot. But otherwise, they're pretty much the same. I'm not sure if this is forged or not. You kind of look at that a little closer and see it's pretty thick metal, so I'm guessing it might be. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe. But one other thing is the handles. They just have a really narrow handle, these little Neikos here. The Neikos, I think I paid like 13 bucks or 14 bucks or something like that on Amazon for them. I mainly wanted just to see what they're like. These are really slippery, and this is one area where these kind of fatter Snap-on style foamy, where rubbery grips, I think, come into play, where you're trying to manipulate it, especially if you want to use the wire cutters, because of the amount you have to open these things up in order to get a piece of wire in there. But anyway, let's go ahead and try all of them and see. Price on the Snap-ons, I can't remember. I told you in a previous video. Let's see. I don't know. Was it 80 bucks? Maybe? I can't remember. Neiko's, I think, were 13 to 15 on Amazon. The Carlyles I got in a kit. I did a video about it, and I got the whole kit for, with a discount, like $37 or something, plus two other pliers. But this is by far the winner in that set. And the other thing is, people are saying they have found these in Harbor Freight, and most people are saying they haven't. They are still not, as of this video, on the website. You can't look up anything like this. They just have their one other Icon stripper. And another thing is that I didn't mention in the video, but this was not in the Icon tool section. This was actually back a ways in kind of buried with this little tiny section of what they called new tools. And there was like a Hercules something in there, and another pair of Icon pliers that already existed. I don't know why they were there, and then some other little doohickeys that Harbor Freight sells, but it was not in the actual Icon plier area. So I don't know, maybe that's more of a staging area till they work them in. But anyway, so let's see how they work. Again, the stripping and cutting, I'll just do that real quick. The Snap-on, the top works great. The bottom, as you can see on my Snap-on, I'm going to go talk to the dealer about them. And I heard, while I'm on this, that there are two Snap-on versions. I should have known that. And one of them does actually match the Icon stripping gauge. The Icon is a 14 to 24, whereas the Snap-on I showed you is a 12 to 20. But it turns out there, I guess, is a 14 to 24 version of the Snap-on. And what I might do is I can just take this to my Snap-on dealer and say, this is not cutting here. He'll do that and say, yeah, you're right, you want a different one? And I may say, yeah, but can I get a, well, see if it has a green handle version, but also maybe get the other set. Because really this should cut. And if it's not cutting, like that's a lose right there. That's not good. And it seems to be getting worse. I don't know. But anyway, and then as far as the stripping goes, let me cut this thing off here and strip it. I guess it'd be this one here. Beautiful. Wonderful. Carlyle, let's try the cutting here. Right there's good. There's good. And then this one is the 12 to 20 as well. I think it's this one. Yeah, perfect. Wonderful. Neiko only has the cutter on the bottom, and that works just fine. Whoops, I missed it. It's a little tiny blade there. And then this one also is a 12 to 20. Drop this 14 in there. Excellent. So if you're on a budget, don't think you'll use it much, there it is. And as you can see, these all have pretty good pliers up the front end. And then I want to switch to a smaller wire here. We'll just do another quick cut. Not bad. That was the Carlyle. Here's the Neiko. A little sticky, but good enough. And it looks like it might have pulled a wire out. I don't know. Did it? Looks like it. And that's a 16, yeah. So that one's off a little bit, it looks like, maybe. Try it again. Give it a cut. Give it a strip. Yeah, a little rough. Snap-on with this one. Snip that one okay, and stick this in the 16. That's weird. There we go. I didn't angle it, but interesting. This one wanted an 18. Interesting. Wonder what this stuff is. Maybe it's European wire. Kind of interesting. And of course that doesn't work. These are going back. And the icon. And we've got 16s down here. Perfect. The icon scores all the way around. If I had to recommend one right now, it will be the icon. Is the icon. No problem whatsoever. Carlyle's great. I like the thicker handle than this lightly dipped handle here. But I think they're all good. You notice the profile on these two, the egg shape there is a little tighter, so it's a little smaller versus the Snap-on and the icon are more rounded. But anyway, there you go. Across the board for the price, full lifetime warranty, cutting, stripping. I didn't do crimping, but I'm sure that's fine. These are amazing. So they win. And with that, Doc out.